Are you tired of having to go to some NPC to craft your own spells? I mean, you're an arcane master. Why do you need to go to some hoity-toity NPC somewhere just to craft a spell? That doesn't make any kind of sense. And with today's mod of the day, you don't have to, because today our mod of the day is the Spellmaker and MWSE Mod by Spammer. And basically, what this mod does is make it so that you can actually just craft your own spells. And you can do this just anywhere and at any time. The spell crafting option is basically just bound to a hotkey on your keyboard. So, you know, if you want to bring up the spell crafting option, you just click the B key, and there it is. Though there are a number of limitations to this, naturally. Not everyone can just, you know, automatically start crafting spells. You do need to have the appropriate skills first before you can actually start doing this. As, you know, a basic limitation, you need at least 1 or 2 schools of magic in your major and minor skills in order to unlock, you know, spellcrafting. And that isn't the only limitation. There's also limitations for each school of magic. So if you don't have a high enough skill level in a particular school of magic, you can't actually craft spells, you know, for that school of magic. So, you know, for example, I have a particularly low skill level in restoration. So even though I have spells for restoration, I can't actually craft any new spells for, you know, restoration magic because my skill level is simply just too low. But I can do that for destruction magic. And basically, the skill level that you need to meet depends on whether or not that school of magic is a major, minor, or miscellaneous skill. So if it's a major or minor skill, you need to have a skill level of at least 30 to unlock spellcrafting for it. And if it's a miscellaneous skill, you need to have a skill level of at least 50. So, you know, this isn't as overpowered as you might think, having the ability to just craft spells whenever you want. There are a lot of limitations, you know, built in here, and, you know, there's a lot of balancing. In addition, you know, the spells that you craft, they don't cost gold, but rather they cost magicka and fatigue. So you can't just, you know, craft a spell when you're extremely fatigued, and you will need a fairly decent, you know, pool of magicka to draw upon to craft spells. About 5 times the actual cost of casting the spell that you're trying to craft. So that does put rather some fairly severe limitations on the types of spells that you can craft. Like sometimes for the you know, the more powerful spells that you want, it might actually make more sense to go to a professional NPC and do the spell crafting that way, because you know, you're probably not going to have a huge pool of magicka, you know, at all times. Unless you're just quaffing fortified magicka potions just en masse right before crafting a spell. So again, there is a lot of limitations and balancing when it comes to this spellcrafting mechanic, but it is also extremely convenient, and I think an immersive feature, finally giving you just full control of spellcrafting to just use when and where you please. And of course, as this is an MWSE mod, it you know, does have a configuration menu where you can just, you know, adjust all these limitations and, you know, balancing features to be, you know, whatever you desire. Regardless, this is just a pretty fantastic and fairly well realized implementation of just the freedom to use spellmaking just however and wherever you want. And, you know, if that's something you're, you know, looking for, you know, this is definitely a mod that's worth checking out. But anyway, that's our mod of the day. So as always, I've been your Golf Guy. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.